Two, three. Okay. Hello, James. Hello, Rocket, and hello, Zach. How you all doing? That's good to hear. I've had a pretty productive few days, but I've got a couple more things I'm gonna have to take care of, and then hopefully the next week. But other than that, I think everything is going all right. Returned my copy of Mind's Eye. I think I got enough footage, so I'm working on the review for that. I'm halfway done with the next Versus Series matchup. I should have that done probably, I'd say, best guess Thursday, probably Friday for sure, so that's good. Might see a movie tomorrow also, so. But yeah, I've been staying productive. And we're getting closer to 98,000 subs. We hit the halfway mark to 90 through 97, so that's good. So I think without doubt we'll probably hit 98 in July. Pretty sure that'll happen. So all right, well you know the drill. Hello, Master Mace. How you doing? I might see F1. I'm just depending on whether I should pay extra to see it like in like I don't know, like 4X or something, or just see like in a regular theater. I mean, I'm not really into F1 racing, but it looks interesting. You saved the sorry. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess that's kind of like a sober victory for you, Zach. But at least you got the job done. I just realized now next episode is going to be episode 600, and I really have no idea how to make it special or not. Like before, when I was doing people's questions at the beginning, these were like you would send in a question, then I would answer like in a recorded video. And then I thought, well, we could just take it up to the next notch and make them live. And I think we've been doing that for like the past like 3, 4, 5 years. So I'm just like I'm not sure. You're seeing Megan 2.0, okay. Why were Android 17 and 16 so evil in the future timeline? I think they were always evil. It's just, I guess, I don't think they had to deal with Cell yet. I mean, as far as I know, they were technically still evil in our timeline, or technically the regular timeline, but like certainly Goku wasn't dead. So I guess there were certain events, so they never got the opportunity to get that evil. But with Goku dead, like there wasn't anyone to stop him, so they just kept killing. So I think that's why it seems so bad. Got a good anime recommendation. It's called Revolutionary Girl. It's really awesome. She also isn't too long of a series. Only have 35 episodes. Where'd you watch it at? Is it like on Netflix or Hulu or something simple like that? What? Okay. It's on YouTube. All right. If I have some free time, I'll check. I might check it out. What do you think of the Cyber Dragon deck? I don't play Cyber Dragon, so I got no opinion. and I quit playing the card game some time ago. So I don't know. Like I'm like unless it's old school style dueling, even my knowledge of that is it's starting to fade a little bit. But yeah, I stopped playing a long time ago. It's completely the game is completely unplayable now. Meta dueling is just bad. It's not good. It is not in a condition that anyone new could get into. It's just not good. There's certain card games I think you could get into now. Yu-Gi-Oh is not one of them. If you haven't been playing for a long time, don't start now. I would not recommend it. Have I ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh? Have I ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh GX? I've seen a few episodes, but it's not for me. It's too fusion focused. That's the problem, and I don't like Jaden as a character. I saw 5Ds, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was only 2 seasons, and that kind of got me into adding Secret summons, but like I didn't get into GX. Were you? Where would you, I didn't I James I didn't see it. Have I watched it? I've seen a few episodes. No, James, I did not watch the most recent Mission Impossible. I saw no point. I was pretty much told like, it's not that good, and I didn't really care too much about the previous one. I only saw that one once, so it's just like, I don't need to watch it. I mean, I think when the two major stunts come up, then maybe what the heck do I? How do you get those, Primo? I've never had someone send money before. I don't know how to receive that, but thanks. Wow, that's it. Wow, that. Yeah, I don't see that every day. But do I watch Gundam? Yes, I do. I watch Gundam Wing. The funny thing, there was, I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but Cartoon Network had a website, if you were young enough, and it actually had this really cool Gundam game, and it ran on Flash, which, man, if you remember what Flash was, that was something, and that was a really, really cool game. But yes, I do watch Gundam Wing, and I hope they do make that live action movie. And it's a shame. I remember they build like a giant Gundam somewhere in Japan, and they recently dismantled that. I'm sad I never got to see that in person. That would have been cool. No, Master Mace. I did not watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeta or Zexel. I stopped. I stopped. I really have. If it's not old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Or DX, I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about it. I stopped playing. I stopped playing the card game a while back, and I recently even deleted Master Duel like 6 months ago. So I stopped playing the card game in general. I still have my decks. Like, I mean, I could bring them out real quick. Like, I still. I mean, I still have. Here they are. Like I technically, I technically still do have my decks, and but I haven't really. Yeah, I think this is like my. I think this is my Red Eyes deck, and it's got like some of the like alternatives, and it's got the flare ones. So like this is my Red Eyes deck. And then this one is like this one's like my Blue Eyes deck. So yeah, it's got like, so. But again, I haven't had anyone. I literally have not played anyone with the card game in a very long time, years. I think the last person I played with was John, and he kind of runs like a dark magician. Like, I don't know what he runs, but he's playing all kinds of different card games. But I think he might have retired from Yu-Gi-Oh! Also. They did, but they relocated the base and reinvented it. They moved it. I mean, if they're rebuilding it, then yeah, then that's definitely something I want to go see. I'm not seeing it rocket. I'm not seeing it. That Harry Potter. I'm not even gonna waste my time. It's not for me. They have made already too many decisions that I am vehemently against, and it is. I don't even know who the hell it's for. I mean, they've blatantly lied. They've made all kinds of controversial casting decisions. They've already made decisions that I'm like, this. You're going to have problems, and you think you're gonna drag this out 10 years? I'm like, I'm not even gonna waste my time. Like, let this be frank. By the time this thing is over, I'm actually gonna be old. A lot of us will be older than our parents were when the first Harry Potter movie came out in 2001. Like, that makes me feel old. And, like, I don't even know who this series is for, because it damn sure isn't for the fans I grew up with, because they've already made so many significant changes that go against the books. And they flatly lied, saying, oh, this is going to be a more accurate telling. Well, we already know that's a lie. So, I'm not even interested. I don't know who it's for, but I will not be watching it. Should make a fan Discord. I think I have a Discord, but I don't really. I mean, I only use it to talk to people that are from like MGS Con. Like I still talk to them. Like, what do I think about the new Superman movie? It looks good. I mean, I'm already gonna go. I know I'll see that. That's the next movie I will definitely be seeing. It's like yeah, it was like yeah, Daniel. I was like, who's it for? I want to do a video talking about this because I'm like, here's the problem that I have. Like, don't mind me if I go on a little bit of rant. Here's the problem I have with this whole Harry Potter series. I'm in the solid belief that I don't think that this works because I don't know who the audience is for. Because it damn sure is not for the younger generation. Because this younger generation does not watch Harry Potter. They don't read the books. And unless their parents show them the films, they're not interested. This generation is not interested in Harry Potter. And it damn sure isn't for the people who grew up with it because they've already made so many changes that we're already against it. We have vehemently said we're against this. So it's not, so who's it for? I think that Harry Potter, when it came out, that is so linked to the millennial generation. I don't think that time period of the Harry Potter story works now. It is going to be so massively mutated into a different story that it's not going to be what it was for us. And here's the thing. If you compare it to something like Star Wars, there's a variation of Star Wars that's for different generations. And so you have like the older ones, you have the original trilogy. Then you have my generation is for the prequels. Then you have this younger generation is for the sequels. And regardless of what you think about the sequels, that is this generation's Star Wars. And it's so different from every generation. This is, I think they tried doing that with like the Fantastic Beasts. They tried to make that for the next generation, but it obviously failed. And so they're thinking, okay, we need to go back to what worked. But the problem is that time is past. I don't think that works now. I don't think trying to retell the story and make it so different works now. I think that's a bad idea. Because why would I want to watch a TV series if the movies are just fine? Like, even Goblet of Fire, which a lot of people think is, like, the worst, I still think that is a good movie, despite the fact that they butchered the shit out of that book. And it is still a fun movie to watch. I was like, if I want the next generation, if I want my kids to see Harry Potter, I would just show them the films. I want them to experience it how I experienced it. I don't want them to experience it this new way that I already know has so many problems. And the problem is that these studio executives, they think they're so much smarter. They're making these bad decisions, and we already see the car crash humming. We already know what controversy and how bad this is going to be, yet they're still going through with it. And it's like, until the crash happens, they won't listen. So I personally do not think that, I hope this thing fails. I don't think it'll get 10 seasons, because that's their plan. I think they want to like turn each book into like a 10 hour, like 10 episodes. Each episode's like 1 hour each. And they make like 3 side stories, like around like 3 different characters. I think one was like the Marauders. I think they wanted to do one with Snape, and I think they had like one that was going to do like it was like a prequel. And so they want to drag that out like 10 years. I'm not interested. I'll be in my early 40s mid 40s by the time this is done. I'm not interested. Whoever was the young person, Zach. That's who I picked. What do you think of the new Fantastic Four movie? Well, I'm not seeing it, so I don't watch MCU films anymore, so I don't care. I'm not gonna see it. I wasn't interested. Tell you, I have stopped watching MCU films. I have not watched the last MCU film I watched was Infinity War. Like and I don't count Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't count that as an MCU film. It's trying to work its way into the MCU, but I always saw it as its own thing. But like I stopped watching MCU films a long time ago. They should do Gundam Seed did fresh entry point for newcomers while honoring. Honestly, Primo, if they were gonna do something like for like that, I think they would have had a better chance of creating a brand new story that takes place in their world. Like I would absolutely support. Not so much. I would support a sequel story that focuses on a new generation of characters, and then every once in a while you could introduce some old school characters. Like if they did something like that, that is an idea I would support. But no, they want to reuse like the old characters. They want to redo them, even though they were perfectly fine. Like they don't need to be redone. It's like I think the problem with the Fantastic films is that you have a really good story, but it's centered around the wrong character. By the second film, everyone could tell that the story should have centered around Dumbledore, and yet you kept trying to force Newt Scamander as the main character, even though he's a zoologist. He has no major role to play in the major conflict of that Wizarding War. He has no significant role. And you're trying to force him like he is the main focus, where he should not be. It easily should have been Dumbledore. Easily. And we won't get a chance to see that get played out. I think that they should because if you make a brand new, like, honestly, it would have benefited them more if they had just made a new generation of characters. Because then you could actually, as much as I hate this term, if they had simply updated the time period, they could actually show the level of progression and connect it to how things have changed now. Like, if they had taken a story, if they ignored, like, the cursed child, which is an abomination, if they had taken that story and have it take place 20 or 30 years after the books, they could do whatever they want. They could tell any story they want, and it would work. You could add all this progressive stuff. You could add all of this stuff, and it would be all right, because it acknowledges that times have changed. What they're going to do is they're introducing all of these political elements and trying to insert it into a time period where it simply does not work. They are taking modern and that is a bad mix. That is just so many red flags. Who would win, Goku or Jean Grey? Probably Jean Grey. Just wipe out Goku's memory, just like that. What are the MCU movies that are so bad according to you? Well, there's so many I haven't even watched. I mean, if I really think about, like, the ones that I think are bad that comes into my mind is Iron Man 3. I just thought was pretty bad. I mean, it's the only one I can think that were bad. A lot of those movies I only ever saw once. Like, I saw, like, the first Iron Man, I know I've seen that multiple times. Iron Man 2 I only saw once. Iron Man 3 I only saw once. Thor 1 I only saw once. Thor 2 I saw once. Thor 3 I saw a couple times. Captain America 1 I saw once. Captain America 2 I saw a couple times. Captain America 3 I saw only once. Like, those movies, like, unless it's Thor 3, Iron Man 1, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier, if it's not one of those three films, I only saw every other MCU film once. Like, they were okay movies, but they weren't good enough that I would want to watch them again. Like, out of that entire time period of Avenger films, only 3 of them I would say I would watch a second or third time. Just those 3. Iron Man 1, Captain America 2, or Thor 3. Just those 3 films. Other than that, I hardly remember it. Like, I literally do not even remember the plot of Black Panther, which I openly, as a black person, I think is the most overrated black movie ever made, and I don't even remember what it was about. I don't, I literally do not remember what it was about. I mean, I don't even think there was like an Infinity Stone. So like, why was that ever important? I don't know. I thought Goku would win over Jean Grey because of Ultra Instinct. I don't know. I saw that they will be making an adult animated movie of Death Stranding. I heard about that. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe they want to test the waters and make an animated movie because there's talks that they want to make a live action movie. I'd be like, no, do not make a live action version of that game. That is going to bomb hard. I know Kojima is so tempted because he wants to make movies, but I'm like, dude, your style of storytelling, it does not work for film. It might work for television or series, but it damn sure will not work for a film. You cannot do any of his writing in a film format. You cannot make any Metal Gear game, any Zone Enders game, or Death Stranding game. They cannot be movies at all. They could be TV series, and I think that would work, but his style of writing does not work for film. I mean, his writing is so convoluted, he confuses himself sometimes. He's even said on multiple in interviews, there are times where even he doesn't understand his own genius. And that's very bewildering. What is wrong with the new Star Wars films? Disney ruined my favorite franchise. A lot of things, Master Mace. There's too many things. It's just wrong. The only thing that's good in Star Wars right now is probably the Jedi games. And I'm excited to see what that is literally the best thing that has happened. Cal Kestis is without question the single best character that has come out in Disney Star Wars, and it's not even close. Is RoboCop Rogue City? No, it is not. What? Gordon, you should just play it. That is not a short game. That is not a short game. Not at all. Like, dude, you'll easily get 40 hours out of that game. Yeah, typically if you just stick to according to Google, if you just stick to the main story, that'll take you like 15 hours. But if you want to platinum that circuit, you'll get like 30 to 40 hours. I know I did that. I know I platinumed that game. So yeah, that is not a short game. What about Mandar? I'm not seeing that either. Not interested. I will. After what happened in The Last Jedi, I vowed I will never watch another Star Wars movie in theaters again. I didn't even see Rise of Skywalker. After what the hell happened in The Last Jedi, I was like, I'm done with Star Wars movies. I got enough. I can't. There are 7 Star Wars films that work for me. I would say the only good Disney Star Wars film is probably Rogue One. I think that's a good film. And the original trilogy, which isn't perfect, and then the prequel trilogy, which isn't perfect. And Rogue City, I got 7 films. I will never watch another Star Wars movie in theaters again. I didn't see Solo. I didn't see Rise of Skywalker. I will not see Mandalorian or Starfighter. I will not watch those. It's a super fun game. What game? Saw that Call of Duty Black Ops will be a sequel to Black Ops. What? How? How is that a sequel to 2? What? How? How is that even possible? Wasn't 3 already a sequel to 2? And didn't even have a did that game even have a campaign? I thought that was just multiplayer. I thought they got rid of campaigns. They're still doing campaigns? I thought they stopped that. Like I thought like they literally got rid of the campaigns and it's just nothing but multiplayer. like really? I did not know they were still doing that. Wow. Was it Goku or Gohan who killed Cell? It was Gohan. Technically, it was Gohan. You will donate for a fan Discord. Oh wow, I never considered that. Wow. Rocket, I don't consider Disney Star Wars as canon. I think there are a couple of things that do work. Not a lot. There are little trinkets in Disney Star Wars I think are actually good. Not a lot. Because technically speaking, I mean, I guess how you view it. Technically, something like the last couple of seasons of Clone Wars, technically is Disney. Rebels is Disney. So there are elements that I think work. Like the Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 are great. But that is Disney Star Wars. And then they screwed it with season 3. So, Rocket, I don't think it's entirely fair to just completely discredit all of Disney Star Wars because there have been some things that even I would defend and I think are good. Hey, what's up, Jackie Boy? Welcome to the stream. You drew Deadpool for one of your upcoming video game projects? Oh, that's pretty cool. Mando from TV show? Yeah, I think he's a good character. Could Goku defeat Magneto? What the hell is Magneto going to do to Goku? I mean, he'll just throw his ass into space. Why do you think they screwed up with The Mandalorian season 3? I don't know. I didn't write the fucking show. I don't know. It's just you go through that whole emotional giving Grogu to Luke, and then you get rid of that. Like you get rid of that in the next season. So he's like, so that whole thing was pointless. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. You haven't been sleeping well the last few days. Well, little Jackie boy, get some sleep. Trust me. What do you like more, cats or dogs? I'm okay with both, but I gravitate more towards dogs. They're more active, and they would get me more active too. Has Disney ruined Marvel and Star Wars movies? It depends on who you ask. I mean, I don't watch Marvel films, but I'm not sure that's a Disney choice. I just stopped because once I saw Infinity War and laughed my ass off on the ending, I knew I was like, I don't have to see Endgame anymore. And that was like the peak of their popularity. And when I don't need to see your peak, nothing you make afterwards is going to be interesting to me. I mean, that's why I stopped. As for Star Wars, I mean, that's a whole... That goes back like a decade of problems. And they're going on this trajectory, and they're not going to stop, so... Okay, Zach, there are multiple different things you could interpret. Because if you go by the comics, they do... I mean, there's a storyline where where the Empire is like taking all the Jedi bodies and they're collecting all their lightsabers, and they actually have Yoda's lightsaber and they destroy it. And then there's a possibility that maybe Yoda rebuilt his and he kept it in his hut. That's a possibility. So I don't know. Maybe they'll make a story. I mean, it's possible. I mean, is it possible for Yoda to have rebuilt his lightsaber? Yes, it's possible. Maybe he recovered it and we didn't see it, but that's so minor. I didn't mind that. You plan to get a PC X2 for a PS2 emulator if you get... Oh, man. Dude, I am still looking for a retro PlayStation 3 somewhere in town. No one can find one, and I don't want to get it off eBay, but... Like, my brother will not sell me his. Like, he actually has, like, one of those old-school launch PlayStation 3s. He will not sell it. I offered him, like, $500-$600, and he won't sell it. He knows how valuable those are. Primo, I have. I have. Uh, I have. I just kind of stopped because it kind of got pointless. The funny thing about that is I did try to get into game journalism, and I did go to E3. Like, I went as media. And this was in 2012. Like, this was my first year on YouTube. I just feel bad. Like, I had achieved my dream. And mind you, this was when you had to get invited to go to E3. I was at the E3 where they announced the PlayStation 4. I was in that crowd when like Xbox made all those stupid decisions, and then Sony came out and like pretty much won that generation's console war, and the console had been out, and like you could really like it. We're still feeling that. Like I was there. I just that was like the peak, and that was like a decade ago. And then I just kind of realized that game journalism just isn't what it's used to anymore. And I wish I had worked for a team, but like that was what I tried shooting for. But I just, I never got the opportunity. Could Goku defeat Galactus? Master, like, I don't know anything about Galactus. I don't know. I'm not the right person. Star Wars canon is convoluted when you delve outside the movies. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I agree. I do have a PlayStation 3 trying to get the disc reader to work, but it still works just fine. Yeah, I still have mine. Mine works just fine. It's one of the slim versions, but yeah, I don't have the. Even my fat one that I used to have was a second generation one. It was a relaunched one. It wasn't a pre-launch one. So on PC, is it better to play PS2 games for enhanced graphics? Comic gamer, I don't know. I've never played a PlayStation 2 game on a. Well, you know what? Wait, yes, I've never played a PlayStation 2 game on a computer. I've played N64 games. I've played Super Nintendo games, and I'm even playing Xbox games on my laptop and PC. But I've never played a PlayStation game. So, how do you think Mass Effect will do if it comes to both new gen? I still look. I just hope the game is good, Zach. And as for the TV show, I still don't think it's happening. That sounds very expensive. there is no studio that would dedicate hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for what is ostensibly a dead franchise that has not had a game for 10 years. At least I think 10 years. I think it feels like 10 years. Yeah, like the last game was Andromeda, and I think that came out like almost 10 years ago, which is crazy. Almost 10. It came out in 2017, so it's 8 years old. You don't make a single game. You're ostensibly almost a dead franchise. No one, no that demand for Mass Effect is not in high demand. Like if you're gonna make a series, it better be something that's popular or is popular right now. Yoda had a spare lightsaber in his head in the original EU. I mean, yeah, that's what that's a story. What's up, Winter Ghost? What's up? You got a launch version, by the way. You lucky dog. The Metal Gear Solid one. That's not a launch one. A launch. Yeah, Primo. That's not a launch. If you've got the Metal Gear, that's not a launch. That's a re-release. A launch would have been one that came out in 2006. The one you're talking about came out in 2008. So it's probably similar to the fat PlayStation 3 that I got. But yeah, Primo, that's not a launch one. The launch ones came with 20 gigs and 60 gigs. If you got like a 40 or 80 gig, which is this like the second generation, like the ones I got or we got, then it's not a launch. How's my day going? My day's going all right. How about you? Your 20th birthday is next month. Awesome. Soon you'll be old enough to drink. Metal Gear Solid 2's plot is very confusing. Can you explain the story of Metal Gear Solid 2? It's pretty much it's a retooling of Metal Gear Solid 1. That's the simplest explanation that I can tell you, is that the entire plot of Metal Gear Solid 2 is basically a like altered semi-telling of Metal Gear Solid 1. Special edition? You mean... You mean this? You know, the funny thing is, I actually bought this a number of months before I even owned a PlayStation 3. Like, and it's still, to this day, my favorite PlayStation 3 game of all time. And it's my third favorite video game of all time, behind only Final Fantasy X and Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing, like, I don't know, I also did the same thing with Subsistence. And a lot of people don't remember this, but it also came with this. If you pre-ordered for it, you got this. And this went through, like, the whole timeline, or, like, it told a quick telling of the timeline of Metal Gear Solid, the franchise, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm surprised, I'm sure someone's uploaded online by now. But you do have a launch one? Okay, then lucky. You better keep that. What's the noise in the background? Oh, I live next to a freeway, so some asshole was driving his car. Well, Amazon is footing the bill. The gray bundle? Okay. I'm good, working on a script. Okay. I'm working on a script myself and working on my review for Mind's Eye, which is... Ooh, that game was rough. I'm glad I'm done with it. So the next game that should get here is Death Stranding 2. Oh, shit. Wow, 12 people? Oh, shit. Damn. That doesn't happen often. You enjoy Cyberpunk 2077? I enjoy it now. That was a very rough... You know, the funny thing? I'm actually going to mention that. I have not... I have a line in my script for my review of Mind's Eye. I have not played a game that is this broken. Since trying to play Cyberpunk 2077 on an original PlayStation 4. Which was so bad, I had to get a Pro. Just so I could play that in a somewhat broken, stable condition. And now I only play Cyberpunk on my PlayStation 5. Like Cyberpunk 2077 now is a great game. But it was rough. Took years for it to actually become the game that we were promised. But yeah, I don't think Mind's Eye is gonna enjoy the same benefits. Cyberpunk is not for kids. Well, of course it's not for kids. It's an M-rated game. What idiot would let their kid play Cyberpunk? But then again, we are living in an age where parents are letting their kids play Mortal Kombat and Call of Duty. And I know that because my parents let me play. Technically, no. I don't know if it's fair. I was playing Mortal Kombat back in the day. That was before the rating system. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I played Doom. I played Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. Before there was a rating system, I turned out all right. I didn't turn into some psychopath. You played Grand Theft Auto when you were 6? I played Grand Theft Auto when I was like 12, but I never got to try the hot coffee like mini game. I think they took that out. I think the copy I got didn't have it. I remember you look back at it now, and like that's so primitive. It's like, really? People were complaining about this sex scene. It's really just really. And then you look at something like Cyberpunk, and like that's like borderline POV corn. I mean, it's short, but it's like border. That's what you get. Fuck no! What? Master? Oh hell no! How dare you? Oh, Master Man! How dare you? Master Mace, I got your lightsaber here. How dare your ass insult Metal Gear Solid 4? Hell no, I didn't think it was boring. It's my third favorite video game of all time. What the fuck are you talking about? That game was not boring. That game was awesome. I bought a copy of that game before I even had a PlayStation 3. I've beaten that game 10 times, and I have only skipped the last cutscene, which is an hour and 27 minutes long, twice. How dare you insult that game? That is a masterpiece of a game. That got so many 10 out of 10s in the day. What are you talking about? That game isn't boring. You want to talk about boring? Try playing Metal Gear Survive. That game was boring, and I didn't even play it. Cyberpunk 27 had so many bugs and problems that Sony took... Yeah. And they did the same thing with Mind's Eye. When I played... My folks let me play teen-rated games like Force, Unleashed, Marvel, Mass Effect games. I'm looking forward to playing Metal Gear Solid 4. You should. It's a great game. It's a great game. I promise you, it is a great game. Story can get a little bit heavy with the whole nano machines. It can get a little heavy on that at times, but it's still a great story. Still great. My lightsaber is funny. What's so funny about it? It's Mace Windu's lightsaber. It's just a little fat because it's the Galaxy's Edge lightsaber. I mean, I think I got Kit's lightsaber here, but that's movie accurate. That's my lightsaber, and that's movie accurate. That's Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber from The Phantom Menace, and that's movie accurate. And then I have Vader's lightsaber, which is movie accurate, but that one is big size because he has big hands. And then I have Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber right there. So I have 6 lightsabers, and they're all around my Star Wars Episode 3 poster. Yeah, this one is just... Yeah, Galaxy's Edge lightsabers are a bit fatter. And I think the only 2 lightsabers where that works is Qui-Gon's and Vader's. Because Vader's has to be big and heavy duty because he has such big hands. So those 2 are accurate. This one is just fattened up. But the other ones are movie accurate. Really? You're doing a Metal Gear Solid cosplay? Really, Primo? I plan on doing a Metal Gear... MGS is coming up, and I, myself, am planning on doing my first public cosplay that I'm really excited to do. It won't be hard for people to guess who I'm going to be, but... Because there's so many... There's limited characters I could do. But, yeah, I plan to do that, but, yeah. Do you think the next Xbox console will be the final Xbox console? I don't know. I thought this one might be, but they announced that they're going to be adding some something, so I guess it looks like you might get one more Xbox. There was a Colonel Volgin in the whole boss's team there. Not really. Colonel Volgin's not a member of the Cobras. When someone insults Metal Gear Solid 4, that's when you get your lightsaber. You damn... Do you remember the Privacy of the Crime PSA, old 21st Century Fix DVDs? I remember it very vaguely. I don't know the full details, but I vaguely remember that. Sony should bring back their version of Smash Bros. All-Star? PlayStation All-Star? I think you could. I think if they wanted to, if it were more successful, I think they could. They definitely have more than enough characters. They really could make a PlayStation All-Stars 2, but I don't think the first one sold very well. I liked it. I liked it a lot. No, I mean, you took a picture with Colonel Volgin and the Cobras along with Ocelot and... Really? You mean the voice actors? Or cosplays? Because I don't... Really? I didn't... Really? Or are you saying you took pictures of them in the game or at a con? Oh, which con was it? Which con was it? Because the only convention I could think of might be MGS Con, and I can't recall if all the voice. Okay, yeah, because I'm trying to think. I don't they've only had 2 MGS cons. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember a time where all the voice actors that did all the Cobras were there. I know maybe the first year, I think we had every member of, I think both years we had every member of Foxhound for Metal Gear Solid 1. I think all voice actors were there, except I think the guy who does Liquid. I may be wrong. But yeah, I wasn't aware there was a convention where all the voice actors for the Cobras were there. I really, wow, I was not aware of that. If Vegeta gets his own movie, people will say it'll be R-rated. No, in DC, really? Hmm. You know, I need to. I might have to call Amanda and see if who's showing up, because I think Amanda's the one who organizes MGS Con, and she'd know everything, and she's already started like putting out the list of all the voice actors that are coming. I might have to double check that. Maybe that's been updated. Oh, the cosplayers. No, oh, not the. Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, yeah, cosplayers. Okay, that's believable. Okay, okay. I thought you were talking about voice actors. I was like, huh? Chillax, you saw that when they get more racing games, they'll be rivals to Need for Speed, Forza, meaning. No, we'll see. Winner Ghost, least favorite Power Ranger season. Uh, there's a lot of seasons I didn't watch, and I know I did a ranking. But I think like Supercharge or Super Sent, I think it's like one of those I didn't like, but I didn't watch the whole damn thing. Like I stopped after SPD, and then people told me I had to go back and watch RPM, and for some reason it didn't work. Like people say it's like one of the best, but I think for Power Rangers it's one of those like if you didn't watch it when it first came out, it won't stick. Like I can tell you in order like all the Power Ranger seasons from Mighty Morphin all the way to SPD, but like after that I don't know the order. And yeah. Would Harley Quinn be an M-rated character? She could be if you wrote her that way. MK1's story is bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's great. I think it's solid. I think it's solid. I mean, what was so bad about it? I mean, yeah, Kronika was a lousy villain, but I thought the story of the timelines I thought was interesting. And I was even more impressed that they incorporate the two separate endings from the Aftermath DLC into the plot for Mortal Kombat 1. I did not see that coming. I thought that was a brilliant decision because it made both endings valid. I was actually fairly impressed. I liked the plot for Mortal Kombat 11 and 1. Hmm. So your cosplay question. What was your cosplay question, Zach? You type it again. Was the 27? I mean, yeah, Zach. I must have missed it. So type your cosplay question again. Was the 2017 Power Ranger movies good? I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't good enough that I would want to watch it a second time. Plus, there was too much Krispy Kreme. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it was stupid. My cosplay, that's a secret. I'm not going to reveal that. You'll have to guess or figure that out. I'm not revealing that. You tried to watch Ninja Steel. I was impressed with Mortal Kombat Story 2. When I get Doom Dark Ages, it'll be on PlayStation 5. Well, that's good, because I'm trying to platinum that sucker, but I got a glitch. There's a bug that's stopping me from getting the last trophy, so I may be forced to have to play the whole goddamn game again. Primo, was it really that obvious? Damn it. Was that really that obvious who I was cosplaying as? Was it really that obvious? That's supposed to be a secret. Was it that obvious? And on top of that, like, it's still up in the wings, but like I might be hosting a game of Jeopardy, to Metal Gear Jeopardy. Like I've already created the whole board. I've got the questions. I've got the answers. Like Amanda asked me, like Metal Gear at MGS Com 2, they tried to have like a game thing, but it was a total disaster. And then one of my friends, Peach, she asked, I was like, "Hey Brian, would you be interested in being a host for like an official Metal Gear game?" And I'd be like, "Well, what about Jeopardy?" And he says, "Oh, that'd be great." So like, I've already made the game, like I've done it, but like I'm not sure if it's a go yet. And I was thinking, okay, well, what character kind of works for a game show who's kind of in a suit? Well, there's Drebin, but there is one thing I'm adding because I damn sure ain't dyeing my hair. So there's a little extra thing from another Kojima game that I'm adding to my Drebin cosplay to make it stand out. That I don't think Primo you'll figure out what it is, but I figured like yeah, I think Drebin in his suit would work for a game show like Metal Gear Jeopardy. Hey, what's up, Super Gaming? How you doing? Would you get a photo with them? Oh, absolutely. Of course I would. Do you think Killzone Remaster could happen? I would absolutely buy a remaster for Killzone. The primary 4 Killzone games, absolutely. If they've re-released them on PlayStation 5, I would definitely buy them again. Favorite TMNT movie? Oh, that's easy. Oh, I gotta go with Secret of the Ooze. I don't know about you, but me and my brother still know how to do that Ninja Go dance. We can do that still. We loved doing that as a kid. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not even a Vanilla Ice fan, but that song is fucking awesome. We love. Hang on, let me get him on the phone. Hang on, let me just confirm this. Hang on, maybe he'll pick up. Hang on, this is kind of something. Okay, hang on.
Hello.
Hey, bro. I just want to double check something. I'm currently live, and my viewers want to know what is your favorite TMNT movie, which should be the same as mine because we used to watch the shit out of it as a kid. What is it? Tell me we're thinking the same. Yes! What I tell you people, we love that movie as a kid. We saw that so many damn times. Okay, bro. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Tell Elijah and Angel said hi.
Absolutely, will do.
All right, talk to you later. We love the shit out of Secret of the Ooze. we love the shit out. We can still do that dance now. You're making a Deadpool game? Oh, okay. That's interesting. I remember now. You met Greg Berner and Michael Bean. Some go to San Diego Comic-Con Fan Expos boycott. Okay. Police Knots? I never played Police Knots. Reality Antics? I know what you're trying to do is not gonna work. We don't speak of that on this channel. Did you know Paramount is doing a live action Last Ronin? I heard they might try it. I'm not sure if they'd go through with it. Because that would be a hard R film. And I'm not sure if you could sell that to theaters. I don't know. Like, if they want to do, like, a straight-to-DVD thing, I do not think you could actually do a live-action version of The Last Ronin and put it in theaters. I don't think they would do that. I don't think the studio would risk that. That would be a hard R movie. You could not do that story justice PG-13. That would be hard R. Reality, we don't talk about that. I would say you desperately need to get a CAT scan. We don't talk about that. Favorite royalty mission in Mass Effect? Oh. What was a good one? I don't know. Well, no, that doesn't really count. Ooh, that's a tough one. I guess helping Miranda save her sister in Mass Effect 2? I think that was a pretty good loyalty mission. I like that one. That had meaning. That definitely gave a more depth to Miranda's character, who up to that point had been pretty fun. It wasn't until after that I decided to romance her. Like I kind of felt she was kind of bland at first, but like once I found out more about her, then she became interesting. But that was during my first playthrough. Did I like Jackass the show? Wing, I didn't watch Jackass the show, but I have seen all the films. I never got a chance to watch the show. Which would you watch? A rated R Transformers movie where Megatron is the main character and blows up humans? Probably not. Would last run be? I don't know about NC-17. I don't think it needs to go that hard, but it would absolutely be R. Is there? It's there. Wait, what? It's there. Okay, I think you're trying to say if there was one Final Fantasy character you would like to kill. Who would I want to kill? Damn. Could I pick a whole team? And I think we know what team. I think I'd kill them all. I mean, who do we have? We basically have Cloud with a sex change, a favorite airhead, a couple of lesbians, a racist black guy, and the most depressing kid I've ever seen in my life. We won't speak the names, but I would just kill the whole team. And whoever came up with them. But we will not speak of them on this channel. What do I think of Absolute Batman? It's okay. It's a little extreme for my taste, but it's okay. Cora's mission was fine, and Grunts was they were fine. But I just, there were better ones, and there were better loyalty missions in other Mass Effect games. Who's my favorite cast member from Jackass? Probably Wee Man. Probably. I think he's hilarious. Is there any other Metal Gear character besides Raiden you wish got their own game? Yes, the boss. I think if they had told a Metal Gear Solid, but here's the problem. I think she could get a game. It just couldn't be a Metal Gear game because Metal Gears don't exist. So I think you technically could give the boss a game set during World War II. But it's so far, there's nothing about that even hints at a Metal Gear. So like even Metal Gear Solid 3 is a stretch. Like the Shagohod is not a Metal Gear, and like the only mention of the Metal Gear is like the pre-Metal Gear plans, which won't be made for several decades. Is it true? Yes, reality. We won't talk about it. Okay, all right, Rock. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Favorite James Bond game? Ooh. It would be so easy to say N64 GoldenEye. It would be so easy to say that. But I'm actually going to throw a curveball and say Nightfire. I think Nightfire is probably the best. I think multiplayer and 64, of course. But if we're talking about like actual full-out game, I go with Nightfire. A lot of people don't talk about Nightfire. That is a great James Bond game. Favorite Final Fantasy character? Oh, that's easy. Auron. Final Fantasy X Auron. No doubt. Easy. Easy question. He is not only my favorite Final Fantasy character, but he is tied with Big Boss at being my favorite video game character in history. I would have to really sit down and debate who I like more between Big Boss and Auron. But it's those two characters. But Auron is definitely my favorite Final Fantasy character. I mean, it makes sense because Final Fantasy X is my second favorite video game of all time. Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite video game of all time. Yet, if they go back and forth, there's like a lot of things in 10 I like more that are better in 10 than in MGS3. And then there's things in MGS3 that I think that are better in that game than over 10. But when it goes like head to head, I think like 3 gets the slight edge. There's like one or two departments where I think it's a little bit better in MGS3 that gives it the slight edge over 10. Or a Twitch stream. Oh man, would you guys want a Twitch stream? Like I stopped doing Twitch streams because people stopped showing into them. I mean, I still have a Twitch. I can still go on Twitch, but like, if you guys want me to start doing Twitch streams, yeah, absolutely, I'll start doing them again. Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of what the replacement for the mystery streams are. I mean, we do my streaming here on YouTube because no one watches me on Twitch. I mean, that's why I did them here. But if you guys would watch me on Twitch, I would do multiple streams on Twitch. Like you can't just stream once a week on Twitch. Like I would probably try to stream like with my new schedule, I could probably stream for like an hour, like 3 times a week. But I would only do that if you guys would want that. Like if a lot of you guys would want that, because I don't want to do a Twitch stream where I'm playing for 3-4 hours and like no one showed up. And I did that a couple of times. Arkham Asylum is a masterpiece. I agree. It's my favorite Batman game. That's in my 10 out of 10 club. It's my favorite Arkham game. I agree. Which squad is better? The Cobras are... Wait. Winner goes which Foxhound? Because there's 2 Foxhounds. There's technically... Well... I take that back. No, they're not. No. They're Sons of the Patriots. Okay, Foxhound. Foxhound or... Ooh, that's tough. Who's better? Ooh, that's tough. Ooh, that's a tough fight. I'm gonna give the slight edge to the Cobras, but to be fair, who could deal with Psycho Mantis? That would be hard. The end might lose to Sniper Wolf. Decoy Octopus, I don't know how you deal with him. Damn, that's actually tough. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Cobras, but I wouldn't be surprised if Foxhound won. You should do a Indiana Jones ranking tier. Okay, Chillax, 100%. I know I've done a movie. 100%. Check that out. Check it on. Check my playlist for rankings. 100% I know I did a James Bond of all the films. I think the only one that isn't on that list is the newest one, which I refuse to watch. But like every James Bond up to that point, I know I've ranked. 100%. The list is there. As for games, I've only played like 5 of them. I've played GoldenEye, Nightfire, Quantum of Solace, Everything or Nothing. I don't want to count the remake of GoldenEye. I don't want to count that as another one. But I think there was one. It was like Blood Diamond. It was a Daniel Craig one. I can't remember what it was, but I know I played it. Did I play the Budokai game yet? What do you mean Budokai? There's only 3 of them. Big Boss is your favorite video game character? No. I'm saying he's tied with Orin to be my favorite video game character of all time. I would really have to sit down and think hard who's number 1. But like right now, it's like the Dark Knight and Terminator 2. Like both of those movies are sitting at the number 2 spot under Inception. I really am not sure which movie I like more. So it's kind of the same thing with those 2 video game characters. How much time? Oh shit! Oh damn! We've gone over an hour. We're supposed to be mystery streaming. But I tell you what, since there's like 10 of you, I'll let you guys decide. Do you guys want to go another 20? Like, you want to go like another 26 minutes for the stream, or would you prefer we go into the mystery game? Which it's not really much of a mystery because I was gonna play some Death Stranding. Like it's already set and ready to go. I was just gonna get myself re-familiar with Death Stranding to get ready for the second game when it comes out in next week. So, make a fan Discord. Okay, I'll get to work on that. Why is Metal Gear? Why? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up, but I'm trying to get to your questions. Why is Resident Evil 4 the best game? Because it's the game that made me a fan. It's the best one, and it revolutionized the entire genre of survival horror. I mean, every survival horror game that has come out after Resident Evil 4 has emulated, including its own franchise. Like that's the GOAT of Resident Evil games, at least for me. It could do a dual stream on YouTube and Twitch. I don't think anyone would want to duel me. Don't stream on Twitch, do it here. I mean, that's why I do it here, because no one watches me on Twitch. Do you like Banjo-Kazooie? My brother likes Banjo-Kazooie. I was not a fan. My favorite X-Men game is X-Men Legends 2, and it's a 10, okay? What do you think about Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game? It's a great game, but I didn't play the second. I hated the second one. The Sorrow could... Here's the... Ooh, I didn't think... Ooh, Primo, that's... Ooh, that is some... Ooh, I totally... Oh, man, Primo, you out Metal Geared me. How did I forget about the Sorrow? He probably could take down the Phantom Menace. Oh, man, there is so much emotional baggage he could target. Oh, man, wow, Primo, I gotta give you an applause. You out Metal Geared me. I'm usually pretty sharp on that kind of stuff. Wow, how the hell I forget about the Sorrow? Ooh. Any favorite weapon in Size 5 besides a lightsaber? Yeah, I don't know, a blaster. I don't know. What do I think about these comments? You saw a pretty guy who gets Vader's all wrong drive-through. I don't know. It happens, Zach. You said you were going to get Budokai. I still haven't gotten my copy yet. I'm still trying to get one. I'm trying to find one. But yeah, when the HD Budokai 1 and Budokai 3 gets here, I'll definitely play it. But it'll have to be on PlayStation 3. I'm down to chat more. Your call, more chatting. Okay, so no mystery stream. Okay, so we'll go for another 23 minutes, then we'll call the night, because I'm gonna be going to Dave and Buster's later tonight, and I got my boss gave me 2 cards that have 200 points worth of credits. Yeah. Everyone forgets the Sorrow. I feel bad because the Sorrow's interesting. I mean, he's Ocelot's dad. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, the Sorrow is Ocelot's dad. People say Hugh Jackman as Vegeta. Oh, hell no. Hell no. He's the most... he's not avoidable. He's not avoidable. You have to interact with the Sorrow. He's not avoidable. So what would you want to report to Vader? You decide not to bring him one. I just wouldn't. I would just hide. I wouldn't join the Empire. Hell no. I don't know. Maybe next week. I mean, maybe episode 600. I'll reveal the announcement of a fan Discord, and I'll send the link. I have a Discord, but I've never made my own. Will I be playing Resident Evil 9? I don't know. They did announce that it gave you the opportunity to play as third person, and that's all I ask for my Resident Evil games. I mean, that's why I refused to play 7, and it was the only reason I played 8, because it let me play in third person. So since this one's giving me the option, I might give it a go. Who's a better doofus, Raphael or Seto? You know what? I did a whole video. That was in my top 10 duels I wish happened. Ooh, that's tough. I think Kaiba could get the job done. It'd be a really tough. It's easily my top 5 duels I wish had happened. What will the next? I don't know. I don't know. I need some ideas, Chucks, for the next tier idea. Just send me one in the comments, and I'll try to get it up. Jedis who can kick Vader's ass. Oh my God, there's so many. There's a lot of Jedis that can take Vader down, especially in Luke's Jedi Order. Oh my God, the list of Jedis that would take Vader down is as long as my arm. I mean, there's a lot of Jedis that could do it. I mean, Obi-Wan technically took him down twice, so that list is not very long. it's not that short. Who you gonna work? You gonna work? No. I'm just going there to play games. My boss, like at my bowling job, he gave like a lot of the mechanics. He gave us like these cards that he got. Like I don't know, maybe Dave and Buster's gave my company like game cards, and I went to go check out how much credits they have, and like they both have like 200 credits. So I might as well go use them. And today's my day off, so I might as well use them. What's my favorite 2D platformer? Ooh, that's a tough one. Platformer. I feel like I've done that list. It might be Super Castlevania 4 for the Super NES. It might be that. Because if I'm thinking 2D, then that one. But like, if we're talking platformers, then no, it wouldn't be that one. Yoda, like, you know, Kaitis could take him down. Kyle Katarr could take him down. Jaina could take him down. Grandmaster Luke could take him down. There's a lot. The problem that Vader would have is that Vader is a Jedi killer, but he's more accustomed to dealing with Jedi of his time. The Jedi of Luke's time are way more advanced in terms of their flexibility and abilities than Vader's Jedi Council was. They are way they're not as strict. Like there are a lot of Jedi that use dark side abilities that would be considered dark side abilities that Vader would be screwed with. Like they are so much more creative with so many unique abilities that Vader would have problems. Like Vader's grandkids, all his grandkids would take him down. Like Jaina Solo would easily take Vader down. And like she's like the Mace Windu of her time. Like Luke made a rank for her because of how good she was. Did you hear that Tyler Perry allegation? I heard about that, but that's not surprising. So Calibur game, I've only played a Soul Calibur game once, and I think it was the fourth one that came with Yoda, Vader, and Starkiller. I think I tried playing that in college once for like a project, but like I'm not a Soul Calibur person. I'm a Mortal Kombat loyalist. I'm loyal to my fighting games. If it's not Mortal Kombat, Injustice, or a couple other fighting games, as long as it's not Street Fighter or Tekken, because Tekken's for amateurs and Street Fighter is the other king of gaming, and you can't play both. It's an act of treason in the gaming community. You can't play both. But that's just how I think. You like Halo and Call of Duty? Well, that's fine. I like them too. But, like, I stopped playing Call of Duty games. So, like, my Call of Duty games, like, they end after... I mean, I think some of the remakes are okay. Ever played Virtua Fighter? No, I did not. No, I did not. Okay, I just got your Deadpool drawing, so okay. Okay, that's a cute little Deadpool. Oh, God, shut the hell up. I think the movie's gonna be fine. You guys you assholes are just being a bunch of negative Nancys. So what are my thoughts on Fortnite? Chugs, I have no thoughts on Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. I've never been interested in Fortnite. I know nothing about Fortnite. Don't ask me about Fortnite. I know nothing about it. I don't hate it. I'm just not interested. Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat are easily my two favorite fighting games. Well, good for you for being so flexible. I'm sticking with Mortal Kombat. Although I will occasionally test out Arcade Street Fighter 2 because I did play that as a kid before I played Mortal Kombat. But that's about it. I'm also working on a Harley Quinn game that is the first person shooter. I mean, yeah, comic book theory, go crazy, go crazy, go let your imagination go wild. MK storyline is a mess. I don't think it's a mess. I think it's fine. At least it has a storyline like some other fighting games. How would I rank the Halo game since... Okay, yeah, Chillax, I've already done a ranking video. I will... Hang on. 100, yeah. 100%. I know I have done a ranking of the Halo games. 100%. I think the only one I haven't played is the newest one. And I think the Halo War games. But 100% I know I have a ranking of the Halo games. Give me a second. And I might even be able to post a link to it so you can check it out. Yep, 100%. I know I did a ranking of that. Maybe less than a year ago. Yep, there it is. Yep, right here. And it actually did, views-wise, decent. I don't know. Yep, right here. There you go. There's your link. Rashad, thoughts on Goldberg? I don't know why they're doing this. This is a waste. I mean, why? Why does Gunther need the belt? You don't need the belt with a match against Goldberg. Did you already read the report? Goldberg apparently got injured getting out of the ring. Goldberg is like... Why? Why use Goldberg? Why does Gunther need the belt to go against Goldberg? It is pointless. Like, if they were going to do that, I would have preferred... I really thought Jay would have held the belt a little bit longer. I didn't think he would lose till at least SummerSlam. And now, like, honestly, I mean, I will say this. The whole dynamic with the whole championship cases is a little bit more interesting because this is just my prediction. I'm pretty sure Seth ain't going after the world champ. He's not going after that one. I think Cody 100% is going to beat Cena for the title. And then Seth is going to cash in on him. And then that will lead to a WrestleMania match. And I think there are no. I think, yeah, it'll lead to a WrestleMania match. But I think leading up to that, I think Cody will try. But because Seth has his two bodyguards, I think Cody is going to team up with Punk and Roman. They'll take out the bodyguards. Cody will go after Seth. And they will have a match at WrestleMania. And there's so much story there. Because you got to remember, Seth was Cody's first match when he came back. And there's such a crazy dynamic that 2 years ago, you have Seth teaming up with Cody to take on Roman. And now 2 years later, you have Roman teaming up with Cody to take on Seth. I think the story writes itself. I think that's how it's going to play out. But in terms of Gunther, I don't know what he'll do with him. I think whoever wins the Royal Rumble will go after him. And I think it probably will be LA Knight. I think LA Knight should win Royal Rumble. I think he should go after that title. I think they'll move it to SmackDown somehow, and they'll move Cody and the WWE Championship to Raw. I think that's what they'll do. But I think the whole thing, it's like that, like, put it like this. The match with Goldberg is going to be so dumb. Has Goldberg even had a good match in this second run through? Like I can't think, like his last 5 matches, he's lost 4 of them. I don't think he's had a good match in this second run of his, and he can't wrestle now. So the match with Gunther is probably going to last less than 60 seconds. Like, why do that? You don't need the belt for that. Maybe you should go do another ranking for Metal Gear. Oh, no. Ranking has not changed. That has not changed at all. Okay, I was just double checking to see if the chat worked. Just because if your question stopped while I was talking, so. Talk about anything that's really been on my mind. What's really been on my mind is why the hell I'm having such a hard time. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to increase my views. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It still has been puzzling me for the past 10 years how I can have so many subscribers yet struggle to get views. And it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. Like, I'm doing everything right. And the only thing I'm not doing is paying for promotions. I'm not sure, Prima, who I could collab with. That's the trick. I don't know who. If there's a channel that I think would be willing to collab, I would 100% contact them. But I really don't know what it is. Like, I make my own professional thumbnails. I use ranked tags. I edit all my videos. I do all the stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. Like, for you guys here, I'll tell you this much. I'm really feeling down about these Versus Series matchups. Like, I'm getting them done, but like, I'm really discouraged. It really hit me hard that no one has really even watched the Cal Kestis Starkiller matchup. I spent a month editing the hell out of that matchup. That is by far the hardest video I have ever worked on in my channel's history for over 13 years. And hardly anyone has seen it. That matchup really discouraged me to want to continue on with the Versus Series, and that's why they're in shorter formats. It's like, if no one will watch that video, I don't want to make long format anymore. And so these last few matchups are all short. Like, their scripts are done. They've been done for a while. I'm downsizing them. Like, the last two matchups, both of those, their scripts were 30 minutes long. And I had to cut them down in half. Like, the Nero versus V matchup, that's been done for months. It went from maybe a 27-minute long video. I have ripped out so much from that script. It may be like a 10, 11-minute video now. Like, that really hit me hard. I was like, oh my god. Like, if no one will watch that video, I shouldn't be making long versus Series matches anymore. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with the finale. Like, I might have to change that. Like, there's some matchups that I've already, like, slightly tweaked. Because, like I had a Final Fantasy matchup. I had Sephiroth versus Clive, which that was easily going to be... the script, that's a 40-minute video. I now have to get rid of that matchup and come up with a simpler match that'll be like maybe less than 10 minutes. Like that, like, I'm so hurt that I can't, there's some of these matches that were locks that I can't do anymore. Because to do a short version of that matchup would be just, it would be wrong. So like, if that video like blew up for whatever reason, I might go back to longer formats, but like, yeah, that hit me hard. Yeah, YouTube is a big problem. I still don't know what's wrong with the algorithm. I still haven't figured it out. Like, the only thing that works is if I pay like $50 to have it promoted. And like, unless I was making enough money on YouTube so that the promotions paid for themselves, like if I was making enough on YouTube to the point where I could actually take that YouTube money and put it towards promoting it, I would do that. Like, put it like this. I'm about to get my first paycheck from YouTube probably in the next few weeks, because you have to make like at least over 100, and it took me 4 months to build that up. It took me 4 months to make $100. If I made a lot more than that to the point where it could pay for itself, I would do that. A lot of people like shorts. I've tested that out. Big Boss versus Orin is not a good match. Maybe pick one topic and stay on it for a month. Like, let the algorithm start to know. I've tried doing that. Like, it's a lot of gaming content. It really is. It is nothing. It has been nothing but review rankings and ranking videos. I have not done a movie review. It has all been gaming, and like no one has picked it up. So I don't know what's wrong with the algorithm. Like you got like I don't know. Like I've gone down all the steps. Like you like there's like a 10-step list of things to do. But the funny thing is that the funny thing is that there's the funny thing is that my Just Dance videos are still getting tens of thousands of views, and I still do not know why. Like, that's what's been keeping me going. Now, and I'm pretty sure those videos aren't responsible for subscribers, but even so, it still doesn't make sense that I'm this close to 100,000 subscribers, yet I struggle to get 100 views of video. Like, that mathematically does not make sense. I don't know, Prima. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out for like 10 years. Prima, I tell you, I promise you, I will have a fan Discord made. Next episode, it will be revealed. People's Questions 600. I promise you, it will be made. At the very beginning and all throughout that stream, I will post a link, and we will have a 3TG fan Discord page made. I promise you, you have my word. It will be done. Okay, but enough of the sad stuff. We got like 3 more minutes before we gotta stop. So if you've got any if you've got any recommendations, let me know, Primo. But yeah, we got 3.5 minutes before we gotta stop the stream, and I gotta head out. So if you got any more last questions before I sign out, you better get them out now. But this has been a very fun stream. Very, very fun. Wang. Nerd Slayer Studios, new ideas for 3T. The funny thing, I've actually, I could actually show this. A long time ago, I did have it. I do. Like a lot. Here it is. Here it is. Yep. A lot of people out there. A lot of people. I don't think anyone has seen these before, and I don't think anyone remembers this, but years ago, when I was the 3 Topics reviewer, I actually had merch made. Like, when I was 3TR, and I actually took these to E3. Like, I took pictures in E3 when I went to E3, so I actually brought merch. So, yeah, when I was a 3 Topics reviewer. So yeah, I did try making merch, but no one would get it. But I did try. Gamers Deep. What's the fastest game you've ever completed and the longest one that took you to complete? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. So you think Obi-Wan Kenobi might think Asari or some humidity? I don't think he'd have a problem with Asari. I don't think he'd have a problem. Yeah, I don't think he'd have a problem. We got about a minute, so get your last comments out. But I want to thank everyone, especially you, Primo. I don't think I've ever had anyone donate money before. That's a first. I didn't know you could do that on YouTube. I thought that was on Twitch. So that's a first. Yeah, Primo. You're definitely the MVP of today's stream, and who knows? We'll see what you do next week. But yeah, I really appreciate it. You have my word. I will get that Discord page done, and it will be revealed for the 600th episode of the People's Questions. I gotta go, Primo. I gotta head out. Sun's going down, and I gotta head out. I gotta meet up with a couple friends. Yeah, absolutely. Until next time. So I want to thank all of you guys for making this episode extra special. We will celebrate big time next week, episode 600, 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'm Brian, the 3 Topics Gamer here in Las Vegas, and I will see you guys next week.